Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Saturday Sip. Good afternoon. It is an interesting weather pattern we're having here in Michigan. It's been like seriously hitting 70 a few days. Today's going to be a little chilly, and the wind has been like holy Hannah craziness. So, okay, what I'm going to talk about today is I went into the mini catalog. I also did this in the big catalog, and you see I have like sticky notes. And I realized how many of us like copy other ideas. I mean, that's the whole reason I share my videos is I assume you're going to hopefully want to make what I've made. So I love this whole hydrangea set, and it is a suite. So it has all the paper and everything, and we are going to be using a few of the items in here. But I saw this card and I love it. It's on page 20 of your January to June catalog. So I want to show you how I've recreated it. So obviously I have the Hydrangea Haven stamp set and the awesome matching dies that come with it or bundled with it. We're going to be using both of these today. So I'm going to set this over here for now. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm also using. This is something I think it's like really overlooked. Let's see, what is it called? That's how overlooked it is. The mercury glass, and that's in that suite. I'm going to be using this one. And when you look at them, and I don't know how well this is going to show up on video, but the silver is kind of light, slightly darker, and then light. And then there's two basic designs. So if you stack them on top of each other, the holes in this design match up to both shades. And that's the same with this design. The holes will match up. Here's the interesting thing that I totally forgot until I went to make this page. I cut my piece and then, excuse me, I was going to put this piece back in the bag and it went in like that. And I went, I totally forgot that there's color on the other side. Now I'm not using the color from the other side, but I do want to show it to you so that you guys can see there's kind of, I don't even know how to explain these exact colors to you. But obviously a really pretty purple, and another, and then this purple, and these are sort of pinky. I don't know if it, let me see if it says the names rather than me trying to guess. Nope, it doesn't. So it has these awesome colors on the back side, and it makes it so much cooler than it was originally. Now, the other thing about it is it comes with, I'm going to grab the one that I have. It has film. So you guys might remember from a tiny tip, I forgot my tape, that in order to get the film off easily, if you take a piece of tape and rub, and I'm not really sure what side it's on. There you go. Can you see? It's taking the film off for me perfectly. Let me see. I don't know if there's any on this side, but there might be. There is. There is not. So anyway, don't forget that little tiny tip of getting the image off. Okay, and I see I made a little schmutz, but it's not going to matter because it's all bleh. So make sure you grab the right side. So the plastic is on the silvery side. So if you're going to do the tape, use that side. Okay, so there's that. And then there's the beautiful designer series paper, which you've seen before. And I want to show you, this is what I have used to cut out the flowers. And I'm pretty sure Stampin' Up! Did something similar. They have pink and lavender. Mine's going to be slightly different. I cut mine out of here, and I cut the light one, and then did I do the darker one? Nope, then I did the blue one. So let me show you what that looks like. What I did was I inked up the main stamp, okay? And then I've already done it, and I don't know if you can see it. It's very subtle, but the image is there of this piece right here, okay? So I stamped that on there, and then I am going to cut that out using my mini cut and emboss machine. You know, I think I've said this before. I did not think I needed this machine at all because I have the big one, you know, but I'm not kidding you. Having this right on my desk all the time is like the greatest thing ever. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up, okay? Obviously, if you want to put some washi tape on there or something, it's a little wild. So you see now you have this little tail and stuff on there. You're going to want to trim that away. So let me grab my snips. Here it is. Okay. In the Memento black, tuxedo black ink, just ink it up, kind of rub it around, stamp, stamp, stamp. And then this is photopolymer, so make sure you have your foam. Sorry, I don't think I was in frame there. And then I just stamped it. Now I do want a little bit, just a little bit of the flower base. In fact, I don't think that's enough. So I'm going to flip it over and do it again. And I'm going to put it a little farther down on the paper cardstock. This is the basic white cardstock. And you'll see why in just a minute, why I want that. Then it has the stamp that does the inside, right? And it's already slightly variegated, but theirs looked a little different to me. So this was what I came up with as how they did that. I looked at the colors in the designer series paper, and the two greens were Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. So I inked this up in Old Olive, okay? And then I took the Mossy Meadow and one of our awesome blending brushes, just sort of tapped it, and then I just kind of flicked around on it, kind of got the stem, but I'm not covering the whole thing, just parts. And it's kind of hard to see where I did that. You might be able to, but it's kind of hard to see. Now, I'm going to tell you that this probably isn't going to stamp perfect on video because when I do this, I've got it right over my face. So let me see how I can do with this on video. Plus I smushed it, so I'm glad I did it with another one. You're going to want to line up your stem. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. But see how it got it really variegated? Okay, so that's all the stamping and inking that I'm going to do with this card. And I have a better one, so toss. All right, so this is what I'm going to cut out. What did I do with my purple flower? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I don't know. I probably tossed it, so I'm going to have to go look for that. All right. Oh, there it is. Yay! It was hiding. All right, so now I'm going to take the leaves, set it on there, and then when I cut it out, you will see. And again, if you feel you need washi tape to kind of hold the stem in place, feel free. I'm going to wing it and hope for the best. And then just run it through. Seriously, I'm serious about loving this mini cut and emboss. It's craziness. It's craziness. So if you think you don't need it, you're wrong. Because I was kind of shocked that I love it so much. Okay, so now you can see that I have this little extra piece of the flower. I'm going to trim off the corners of it. And then I'm going to use this so I have something in the background. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to put adhesive on that part of the flower. Okay. Then that way, I don't have to line this up the way it was. I don't even remember where I cut off the piece, honestly. So you can take it and you can set it on there, and that will hold it in place with the stem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Okay, so now let's put the card together. Oh, I better close this. I almost set everything down in my Mossy Meadow ink. That would be messy. And for those of you who like the movie You've Got Mail, it'd be mossy. How many of you know what that means? My husband and I do that all the time. It's crazy. So this is the thick basic white, which I've already pre-scored. I think I've told you guys before that I think the thick cardstock requires being scored. It just folds better. And then I give it a really good crease because I like my cards to close. All right, so there's that. This is a piece of the designer series paper. That would be pretty too, but I'm using this side because that was what was on the card. And this is cut the exact same size. It is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it is made to fit the whole front of the card base, which I don't do that very often, but I've noticed I've been seeing it more and more with the designer series paper, and I really, really like it. So you might see that more and more from me. So then you're just going to line this up like so. So there's the front. Then we have this beautiful piece right here. Now you do want to be careful where you're going to be putting your adhesive on this because you don't really want it to show through the little circles. So just very carefully, you know what? I'm actually going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus because this is plastic and I think it needs a little bit stronger of an edge. And plus it comes in little things so you can like pop it in parts. Get this corner. And I know the flowers are going to be in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and then I'm going to center that as best I can. Okay, now you see that? Can you see that right there? This is where I would actually take out my trimmer and I would just trim it so that nobody knows that that's a little boo-boo. I would just trim it. No one would know. Look at how crooked that is. See if I can carefully peel that off. And I need some in that corner. Oh, look at that. So, gonna reapply because it will take, apparently it takes off the color when it comes off. So that's kind of a bummer. I mean, seriously, I've had this mercury glass and I haven't used it and it's gorgeous. Why haven't I used it? I don't know. I just don't know. So now I'm going to take the beautiful flowers and I'm going to adhere them to the card. Oh, I'm going to use the other one. Not that it really matters. And you might want to have your, I don't see mine handy, your silicone sheet to help from getting sticky on your table. So I'm going to stick that one there. It's, I'm sure, so fun to watch me. But the point is, the point of this whole Saturday Sip today is to remind you that casing is totally acceptable. And now you're going to see mine does not look exactly the same. I've got my little flower stem hanging off. Okay. Then I went and I used, I've got stuff everywhere today. It's crazy. I went and I cut out Happy Easter from the Word Wishes dies. It's in the annual catalog. It's $36, but these are all the words. New Year's, Mother, Happy, Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Merry, St. Patrick's, Halloween, Father's, and Thanksgiving. And there, I love it. Love it. Just remember to put some adhesive sheets on the back side. And now you can see I missed a little bit with this one because I used a scrap piece. So, and that's fine. This is where I should have my take your pick tool to help peel this off. And then it's sticky on the other side. So now I'm going to put happy right there. And then Easter. I missed a lot, so I actually re-stickied that part of the E. But you know, I just don't believe in wasting. If you've got bits and pieces, use your bits and pieces. So, happy Easter. Super simple card, but I think it's really fun. And again, it is, let me show you again the original one. It is very similar to the one that was in the catalog. I just decided I don't have enough Easter cards ready, so I thought this was a perfect Easter card. So I hope you guys like it. Also, I want to remind you that my volume special and the Facebook special that I have for you guys is on until Tuesday. And that is for this whole suite when you buy the collection number 159409 for $71.25. And you go to my website, carriebeglow.stampinup.net, and use this hostess code 3DRAHRSJ. You're going to get all those goodies that the volume people are going to get, plus extra stuff from me because you're my Facebook follower. So, so if you haven't hit the follow button, you're watching, so that's like good enough. But come follow me on Facebook.com/MemoryInkers if you're watching this on some other venue. And you'll be able to scroll and see all of that. So please remember to share this video with your friends. And I hope you like today's Saturday Sip. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. And don't forget to set your clocks back. We lose an hour. Bummer, right? But it's okay. It's still the weekend. See you.